Hello CS50, this is Denise from Turkey, currently residing in Japan, and today I'll be talking about my CS50 final project. It is a tool called PaletteMate. So first of all, here's a brief introduction of myself along with a photo. Again, my name is Denise and I'm a third-year student in Kyushu University. I studied the CS50 curriculum in Japanese as a part of CODEGYM Academy. The problem I wanted to solve with this project is something that's commonly faced by artists. I am an artist myself, and artists study the works of other artists to improve their own skills. But one of the main challenges when studying art is, identifying the actual colors used in an artwork, because colors are dependent on the context of the image and someone's own perception. So a common example is this dress that went viral a few years ago. Some people saw it as blue and black, and others saw it as yellow and white. So this kind of differences in perception makes it hard for artists to identify the actual colors used in an artwork. So PaletteMate is a tool to help artists that generates a color palette of 10 colors by an image input. It can be also used by graphic designers or basically anyone that needs some inspiration about color or, anyone. The tool is primarily intended for illustrations, but it can be used on photos. And, well, it is not always so accurate. It gets the overall mood right. But, yeah, for example, in this picture, there should be a vivid red that is not reflected in the palette, but it does get the overall idea correctly most of the time. So how does PaletteMate work? The first thing I did was to get the RGB values of the image as a 2D list, which is pretty easy to do. The real challenge with this project was getting the 10 dominant colors in the image. So I did a bit of research about how to do it, and I found the k-means clustering algorithm. So the k-means clustering algorithm is an unsupervised learning algorithm, which means it's used to identify patterns in unlabeled data. And the goal is to divide a set of data points into k clusters. And k is a number you're giving to the algorithm, which is set to 10 in PaletteMate. So in the context of PaletteMate, the algorithm divides the color data into 10 groups and generates a color palette from that. And the colors in the palette are determined based on the average color value of each cluster divided by this algorithm. Well, PaletteMate does its job for now, but there's still room for improvement. One thing that especially needs improvement is, as I said before, the accuracy of the colors. So for example, in this example, it didn't get the vivid pink in the background right, but it's still the vibe of the image is mostly correct, but it's not 100% accurate, so I need to work on it to make a better algorithm. And, well, there is no GUI for now. The user has to run it from the command line, so I do plan on making a graphical user interface and hopefully maybe even release it as a hopefully open source program or something. So I do plan to work on it a bit more and improve the tool. Well, this is all about PaletteMate. Thank you so much for listening, and thank you so much CS50 for this amazing course.